My father's obituary lists 4 children. There are 5 of us, and I wrote it. My sister Renee caught it at the wake. She was holding the memorial card, reading it over and over, and her thumb kept stopping in the same spot. Danny, she said, this says 4 children. Where's Marcus? I know what it says. You wrote this. I did. She pulled me into the hallway, away from the casserole dishes and the aunts. Marcus is going to lose it. He's driving up right now. You left our own brother off Dad's obituary. What is wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. Then fix it before he gets here. No. Renee stared at me like I'd grown a second head. This isn't a joke. Whatever fight you two had. We didn't have a fight. Then why? I didn't answer. I'd been rehearsing how to answer for 3 weeks, and now that the moment was here, my throat closed. Marcus arrived at 6 p.m., black suit, red eyes, and he walked straight to the guest book like nothing was wrong. He'd flown in from Denver. He was the one who'd called all of us when Dad passed in his sleep. He was the one who'd found him. He hugged Renee. He hugged our 2 younger sisters. He put his hand out to me and I didn't take it. Danny. He lowered his hand slowly. Come on, not today. You lived with him for the last year, I said. You moved in to take care of him. Yeah, so I want to talk about the bank. Something moved behind his face. Just a flicker. What bank? Dad's bank. The one where $41,000 left his account in 11 months. Little transfers. Nothing over 3 grand, so nothing flagged. The room had gone quiet around us. Renee's hand found my arm. He gave me money, Marcus said. I was his caretaker. He wanted me to have. He had a stroke in March, I said. He couldn't sign his own name after March. I have the neurologist notes. The transfers kept going until October. Danny, his voice dropped. This is his funeral. I know. I planned it. I paid for it because there's nothing left in his account to pay for it with. Marcus looked at the door. He actually looked at the door, measuring it. 3 weeks ago, I said, I asked Dad's pharmacy to send me his refill history. Standard thing, closing out his affairs. His blood thinner, the one that keeps a man with his heart from throwing a clot. It stopped getting refilled in August. You told the family he was taking everything. You told the hospice nurse. But the pharmacy says the last pickup was August 9th. He refused it. Old people refuse medication. You'd know that if you ever visited. The coroner's preliminary says clot, I said, consistent with someone off their anticoagulant for weeks. Renee's grip tightened until it hurt. So here's what I couldn't figure out, I said. Why stop the pills? You were already getting the money. And then I saw the life insurance policy. The one you had him change in June. The one that pays out to the live-in caregiver. $200,000, Marcus. But only if he died within the policy term, which ends in December. The color left his face in one long pull, like water going down a drain. But I gave the coroner the pharmacy records and the bank transfers and the insurance change last Tuesday. And the detective on Dad's case, Detective Alvarez, she asked me not to tip you off. She asked me to make sure you came to the funeral. Marcus turned toward the door again, and this time 2 men in gray suits I'd assumed were from the funeral home stepped away from the wall. So no, I said, I didn't leave you off the obituary because we had a fight. I left you off because when they print the real one, the one with the arrest, the one with the charge, I didn't want your name sharing a line with his. He ran 3 steps before the taller one caught his arm. Renee was crying. My younger sisters were screaming. I stood there and watched them read Marcus his rights over the flowers, and I thought about how I'd sat at my kitchen table for an hour deciding whether to write 4 or 5. I'd written 5 first, then I deleted it. Because a man who does that to the father who raised him isn't a son. He's just the reason there are only 4 of us now.